Rappers who fell off the map. Hip-hop industry has seen many artists rise to fame then fall off the map dramatically. Sounds change, ringtones become uncool, and new talents emerge. The music industry changes rapidly, and many careers die faster than they started. For some people, the end of a music career might be the start of better endeavors. Today, we are looking at 10 rappers who fell off the map after a promising start. Have you been wondering where that one-hit wonder went? Or why a rapper who dominated the charts suddenly vanished? We may be your only reliable source to answer those questions. All you need to do is watch this till the end. But before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel so that you can continue enjoying more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. Let's get it on! Number 1. Ja Rule. In the early 2000s, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing Ja Rule rapping. The husky-voiced rapper born Jeffrey Atkins, who at one point was spitting alongside Jay-Z and DMX, shifted lanes and just about single-handedly took hip-hop to another level, thanks to his collaborations with big names such as Ashanti, Jennifer Lopez, and Christina Milian. But it honestly wasn't the lightweight fare that took its toll on Ja Rule. It was the emergence of his real-life enemy, 50 Cent. 50 popped up in 2003 with two goals: to become the biggest artist globally and to destroy Ja Rule. That's what the critics believe. The two artists were engaged in a series of wrangles, which almost left Ja Rule dead after a shooting incident which he linked to 50 Cent. Ja Rule was mocked by many, and from 2005 to 2007, he was in jail for charges of drug and gun possession. And eventually, his light faded. He has never been his old self ever since. Number 2. Chingy. Howard Bailey Jr., known professionally as Chingy, made his first appearance in the game back in 2002 as an artist who opened shows for Nelly, but quickly made a name for himself when he started dropping hit after hit. These include Right There and Holiday Inn. He released 4 albums, then disappeared from the spotlight, never to be heard from again. The St. Louis, Missouri-born rapper went back to school to study the science of the universe and the constellations. Currently, Chingy is a reality TV personality in the show Business with the Babies, and he hopes to release new music as an independent artist. Number 3. MC Hammer. This is a story everyone knows. This is an artist everyone admired. MC Hammer got his way to the top of the charts, made a ton of money, and then pissed it all away by attempting to employ half of Oakland while on tour. MC Hammer's brand of swishy Pepsi rap was no match for the gun-toting hyperrealism that soon assaulted the airwaves, so he had to change his image and sound. In 1994, his Pumps in a Bump video came out, and while Hammer was more aggressive, he was wearing a Speedo, something that many found yuck, not a good way to win over hardcore fans. After he dissed Run-D.M.C. and Redman, more of his mainstream followers deserted him, so he signed to Death Row Records. Once again, it read inauthentic. He was nowhere to be seen, barely on the floor. He became a punchline for The Simpsons and a sob story on Behind the Music. Thanks to Twitter, he became a thing after suggesting that people follow him for some indiscernible reason. What a grace-to-grass story. Heartbreaking for sure. Number 4. Ice Cube. Known for his deadly gangster rap, deadly rhymes, and vicious scowl, Ice Cube was the meanest of the NWA bunch. His albums America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, and The Predator were as hot as they were controversial. His multi-platinum sales set him on a course to dominate the musical world, until his audience moved on in 1994. Perhaps seeing the winds changing, Ice Cube shifted into the world of film, where slowly but surely, his starring roles became family-friendly and family-friendlier in flicks like Are We There Yet? Today, he's associated more with his acting than his rapping. It's like the new Cube killed the old Cube, most likely with kindness. Number 5. Chamillionaire. Around 2004, the rap scene witnessed as Texas-based rappers gained popularity. No one peaked higher than Chamillionaire, hitting the top of the Billboard Hot 100 for 2 weeks during the summer of 2006 with his song Ridin'. Then, the rapper started experiencing a transition in his music career when he released his second album, Ultimate Victory. The album performed poorly in the market as it recorded low volume sales. Barely 200,000 copies left the shelves. He pegged part of his failure to his record label not being supportive. After the struggle in the music industry, Chamillionaire decided to venture into the world of business. Currently, he is one of the wealthiest rappers thanks to his sharp business acumen. Number 6. Vanilla Ice. In 1990, there was no star bigger than this man, born Robert Van Winkle, but just as quickly as he became the best-selling rapper the world had ever seen, he became a pariah. Not only was he the first commercially successful white rapper, he was the most successful rapper at the time, much to the shock of many. Having gone straight to the top of the Billboard charts and selling 11 million copies, Vanilla Ice became a household name. His very white look, his commercial achievements, his dancing, his seemingly struggle-free upbringing, his over-the-top lifestyle, his run-in with Suge Knight, his drug abuse, and his suicide attempt all played a part in his undoing. Number 7. Foxy Brown. A conversation about who the most talented female MCs in hip-hop are without mentioning the name Foxy Brown should be dead on arrival. Lyrically deadly, with a flow as cold as the winter streets of New York where she was raised, Foxy will go down as one of the most honest, controversial, and sexually explicit rappers to ever lay vocals on a hip-hop track. She was a platinum-selling artist at 18. She was a protege of Jay-Z and considered lyrically gifted enough to be part of the supergroup The Firm. But any musical success for the sexy Brooklynite was undermined by her attitude, a myriad of assault charges, and most notoriously, the almost complete loss of her hearing for over a year. Number 8. Lil Kim. People might think it's Nicki's fault that Lil Kim is on this list, but her downfall started way before Minaj ever put a wig or even a British accent on. Coming onto the scene in the mid-90s, Lil Kim was a bitch of the finest pedigree, sexy, smart, and in charge. She went platinum, won Grammys, and had a course taught about her at Syracuse University, but then she went to prison in 2005. Atlantic pushed her album out while she was behind bars, and it flopped. She took part in Dancing with the Stars and other reality shows, but none of it helped. And that was before she started pulling Nicki's weave out of jealousy, before she made people pay for a mixtape that never arrived, and before her plastic surgery became a go-to joke for lazy comedians. That being said, Nicki's heavy-handed swagger certainly didn't leave room for Kim's revival. Number 9. Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott embarked on her music career as one of the girls in the R&B group called Sista before deciding to pursue a solo career. She had released 6 successful albums in the course of her career, including This Is Not a Test, Under Construction, and Supa Dupa Fly, among others. Missy is referred to as one of the best female rappers of all time. Since 2005, she's been out of the limelight and has been engaging in production and other ventures such as running a chain of restaurants, her own fashion line, and the vodka business. Number 10. Master P. Hip-hop was at its peak in the late 1990s, and no outfit was bigger than No Limit. Master P built an empire, took it to the world, and soon became a gazillionaire. His albums were movies with casts of dozens of artists: Silk the Shocker, Mystical, Lil Romeo, Mia X, Fiend, C-Murder, just to name a few. Snoop also signed over there, briefly. Master P was putting out movies, with his signees getting screen time. Each was accompanied by a requisite soundtrack album. It was synergy at its finest. But then, everything got overextended. Master P was a WCW wrestler for a little, and he kept trying out for NBA teams. Mystical left for Jive and got a #1 album. New artists weren't hitting the way they were supposed to. In 2003, the label filed for bankruptcy, from No Limit to Credit Limit. What a shame. Did you enjoy our video? Among the rappers who went offline, who used to be your favorite? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below.